Ben, good morning. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate having you on the show this morning.
Yes, thank you.
It's been about a year, I think, that we all worked together at the State Theater in Red Bluff with Chad Bushnell. Remember that? That was fun.
I do remember that. That was a lot of fun, and Chad is an incredible talent. That was a lot of fun for me.
Well, we understand congratulations are in order for you because you signed a deal with BMI as a songwriter this week, huh?
Yeah, we've been back in Nashville for a couple weeks ago, and we were just shooting around and decided to go sign with BMI. According, my dad was there for, since the beginning of time, really. he had a lot to do with that company.
So how many, now what's your writing like? Sometimes I see you post, on, Facebook or Twitter at like 3 or 4 in the morning when you must be up writing or just doing something. What are you doing up so late?
Well, I kind of come alive at night and get inspired to sing, and I guess that's the time that we usually go to play, so that's the time that feels right. I sit up a lot of nights just writing for an album. Nobody's ever heard anything that I've written. I've never posted anything yet, so hopefully it'll be a surprise.
I'm sure it'll be a really nice surprise. So how many have you tucked away some songs? You have a whole book or something of stash that you've been writing over the years?
I haven't had a lot to write about. I've spent a lot of years just being a side man, playing guitar with my dad, and then life got really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So, I kind of had more to tap into, and lately I've written about probably 12 or 13 songs that I'm about halfway through, and I'm getting to the finish line, so...
I was following your tour. You were playing with Chris Christopherson there for a while, right? And you're performing to some really great crowds. And I was following it on Facebook. And how was that? Just days removed, weeks removed from the unfortunate passing of your father to going out and touring with Chris Christopherson around the nation.
Well, before he passed away, he said 2 things. He said, I'm going to pass away on my birthday, which he predicted.
Unbelievable.
And then he told us, do not slow down. Don't take a breath. Take my death with a grain of salt and just keep going.
So,
go ahead.
No, go ahead. We want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah. No, and we jumped in the bus and got the band back, and everybody just started going to play. And Chris Christopherson, we went and joined him with Willie. That's what the tour I think you were seeing. And we're just doing everything we can.
So your brother's touring with you now too. What's that like? That must be interesting now to be doing a regular show with Noel each night too.
It's really a neat thing. Me and Noel have always been really close, but it's kind of brought us a little closer, because it's been a hard time and everything. But it's been very therapeutic. It's been a lot of fun.
I just have to tell you a little story, Ben. The last time we saw Noel, and we met Noel a few times, but he kind of shooed us off of your dad's bus. He wouldn't let us on the bus, and we were not, because Patrick had never met your dad. I mean, he talked to him and interviewed him on the show, and I said, don't worry about it. I can get you on the bus. You'll meet Merle. And Noel said, no, you're not coming on. And I go, hey, wait a second. So that's what happened. That's true
trying
story.
To get dressed at the moment.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the famous excuse. He's trying to get dressed.
Okay, now we know. Okay.
All right. That's
good to know. So now you've got the songwriters deal. What about an album? What are you working on now?
Well, we got some dates that we're booked with, doing the kind of the tribute-ish thing, and as of right now, I'm just kind of focusing on relocating and maybe moving somewhere with a little more happening and cutting a record.
Mm-hmm.
And probably in the next 2 or 3 years, we'll have something out that I'm proud of. So
I was reading that you're shopping for a place maybe in Nashville, huh?
Yeah, I might be. I'm not gonna disclose it yet, but it's hard to leave home. I love the North State up here, and I always have. But it might be smart to go somewhere and try to make it. Well,
I've always felt for some reason, for example, when we were at the Chad Bushnell show, I thought you seemed a little bit quiet. And I thought, he seems a little bit shy. And I don't know if that's true or not, because I don't know.
That's very true.
Okay. Because I always thought...
I had never sang on stage until that first day that I had to go out there with Willie Nelson. Opening up for him. I had never taken the mic before publicly, so, I'd always been really, really reserved and a shy kid, trying to be a front man.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that night we had kind of heard that night that maybe you were going to do a song, and we were very excited. And then, of course, after this, and then when you did go out and sing on stage, we were like, "Oh my God, your voice is so good!"
Yeah, we
were like, "What are you waiting for? Your voice is amazing."
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm my own worst critic, I guess.
Yeah.
So your dad was criticized himself too. He was like that too a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe it's our lack of confidence in some things that makes somebody strive to be better. He definitely had a driving force within him that nobody really understood, and maybe it was some insecurity.
Well, your voice is amazing.
I've been reading about your band and this incarnation of the Strangers here, and you're getting rave reviews here with your band.
Yeah, they're still intact. Of course, Norm Hamlet is the only remaining Stranger that we have right now, and he still plays like he was when he was 30 years old. Mm-hmm. It's amazing, and we got a great drummer, great bass player. It's very rare to have a good country band nowadays, it seems like.
And you still have Scott with you too, right?
Still got Scotty.
Yeah, he's fantastic. So, well, we're thrilled to have you on the show this morning, Ben. We understand you're playing Bakersfield tonight?
Yeah, well, we got to head down. Tomorrow, mm-hmm. and we play on the 6th, I believe, with Marty Stewart.
All right,
at the Fox Theater.
Oh, that would be a great show too.
Yeah, and then we head back up here.
Well, we want to urge people to get tickets because this is going to be an amazing show. We're so looking forward to seeing you and Noel and the rest of the band perform. It's going to be a great night. We want to urge people to go to ReadingCivic.com and get tickets for what's going to be a really epic show.
Please do.
Great to have you on the show this morning, Ben. Thanks for the phone call. We want to point out he was right on time.
Thanks for getting up early.
Right on time.
Yeah, we know you like to sleep in, we're told, and we're glad you got up early this morning.
I had to get up early, yep.
Okay.
Right,
well,
Ben.
We'll see you on Friday, Ben.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you all.
Have a
Ben
great
Haggard.
day.
Ben Haggard on the show. Thanks, Ben. And the show, of course, is Friday night. Tickets available right now. Go to ReadingCivic.com.
Q97.